You wanna know why? You wanna know why I'm smiling? It's because I remember when companies like Opendoor and Perch, whatever the name is now, Orchid, whatever, and other companies, what was it, iBuyers and Zillow and all the other companies, where they're coming into Texas, coming into San Antonio, Central Texas area, and they were gonna start buying up homes. And every realtor that I saw on Facebook was freaking out. Oh, this company sucks. They're not good. They're trying to take all the business. Um, they're not looking out for sellers. Yada yada yada. They're bad for the industry. Let's get them out of here. Don't do business with them. And it wasn't coming from a place of people actually understanding what their business was about. It was just people, realtors, figuring out that, oh, this is competition. This is competition. They buy houses, they sell houses without realtors. That's competition. And I think in there was also a fear. There was also a fear that, man, if this works, like if they actually figure this thing out, like we might not have a job. Like I'm gonna just keep it real. We might not have a job. And all this like initial hoopla from realtors, I was thinking, I was like, man, it's all fear based. It's all fear based. And you guys know me, like we may feel fear may overtake us, but as soon as we can, man, we cannot stay in a spirit of fear. Right? God is not giving us a spirit of fear. He's giving you a spirit of power, sound mind, self-control. Right? And so what's funny is when I saw these companies, I didn't look at them as competition. It's like if your cousin gets a real estate license and you say, hey, I want you to meet my cousin got a real estate license. Your competition. Don't use him. He's a newer agent. Use me. I'm more experienced. I don't do that. I say, oh, congratulations. How long you been in the industry? Oh, okay, just getting your license. That's awesome. That's great. Where you coming from? Whatever. It's just competition. So when these companies came to San Antonio, I just did the same thing with them. I said, oh, Opendoor, how you doing? Oh, Perch, how you doing? How long y'all been doing this? How's it been going? Same thing, right? I think a lot of it had to do with a lot of our mindset here at Uprise Real Estate Partners is not the mindset of being realtors, but it's the mindset of being business owners, right? And in business, you're always you understand who's your competition, but you're not afraid of competition. If you're a true entrepreneur, if you're a true business owner, you're not afraid of competition. Competition sometimes brings out the best in you because it allows you to create, figures out how you can bring more value, right? And so anyway, when I understood what these companies were about, here's what I found out. They weren't competition for us. Why? Any home Opendoor looked at for sellers and they told them how much they were going to offer, guess what? I could always sell the house for more money and net the seller more money. So how is that competition, right? Any house that Opendoor, let's say Opendoor talked to a seller and then I came and talked to a seller. Every single time I was able to sell the property for more money, net the seller more money. So they weren't competition for me. So how does that play into things? I discovered who the ideal client was for Opendoor. And it pretty much was, if you're a seller, you don't have time to fix up your property, and you want to sell it in a quick amount of time, and you still want to get more money than what like a flipper is going to give you, call Opendoor. They probably got a deal for you. Right? It's not you're going to make more money than hiring a realtor. You're not. It's not you're going to let's see, your home's gonna sell faster. Not necessarily so, because if we put on the market in one day, we get 5 offers, it's gonna sell just as fast, right? Because sometimes Opendoor does 2-week closing, 4 weeks closing, so that doesn't necessarily mean that, right? But for sellers, what I found out was for sellers who needed to move very quickly, and for sellers who didn't have money to fix up their home, they tend to go with Opendoor or those companies. And anyone that neither moves quickly but had money to put in their house, they got more money on the market. Anyone that didn't need to sell their house very quickly and didn't have money to put in their house, they get more money on the market. You see what I'm saying? So it's about understanding the market and understanding your competition to find out, are they really my competitor, right? And so why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this because look at where we're at right now. Opendoor, Zillow, all these companies, what they said, oh, we're not buying right now. We're pausing right now. We're not buying right now. We're pausing right now. Why? Because they already had homes that they were trying to overprice and sell sitting on the market. I see them not selling because why? They don't have the local expertise to know what will sell for what and what does the local demographic want, right? And that's the dilemma. That's why, in my personal opinion, real estate realtors will never be wiped out, because where so many other industries you can do it so broad and you can automate so many things. But when you talk about the biggest investment that an individual or family could make in their lifetime, which is a home, it's so tough. It's so difficult to have a broad stroke, because how the demographics in California are different than the demographics in San Antonio. The demographics in Dallas are different than the demographics in San Antonio. The demographics in Orlando, Florida are different than the demographics in Mississippi, right? And so because of that, you need the local experts. You need people that have their thumb on the pulse, people that know the people at various price points, in various areas in a marketplace, to advise sellers and buyers correctly. And so they stop buying. They stop buying. Meanwhile, check this out. Meanwhile, we're still selling properties while some of their properties are just sitting stagnant. Meanwhile, we're still buying properties, getting good deals, while they've decided to back up. Why? Because how they're affected in Arizona affects them more, because they got more market share in Arizona than they do Texas. So because they're being affected more in Arizona, they just pull them back everywhere. So again, guys, this is a lesson for life, but also a lesson for real estate is don't be afraid for the sake of being afraid. Do your research, understand your competition, understand your enemies, see what they're about, have a business mindset, see if there's any type of way you could do collaborations, joint ventures, affiliations, and if not, at least just know your competition so you can know how to set yourself apart, right? But just don't walk in fear, walk in strength, walk in power, walk in a strong mind, the spirit that God gave you. And like I said, these are going to be tough times, but if you're willing to get stronger mentally, spiritually, and health-wise, you'll be okay, right? We're built for this. And you got to say this to yourself, you want to make it through this. We're built for this, right? Opendoor wasn't built for this economy. Opendoor wasn't built for this recession. iBuyer wasn't built for this recession, right? And maybe they'll strategize and come back in a different way and scoop up a whole bunch of properties when they're all distressed and stuff. Maybe they have a plan to do that, but they're just backing up right now. That's cool, right? And so, yeah, I thought that was interesting. Just want to let you guys know that. So never forget, always remember, it's important to have local experts whenever you're doing something real estate related, because what's happening in one market may not be happening in another market. And demographics are so important when you're talking about big properties and investments like real estate. It can either win you money or it can lose you money. Hope this helps. Peace.